Okay, I'm here with Nicole Buffon and Coach. I won't use his name because he is Coach. They are with the Green Rush team. And folks, for anybody who wants to know what we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Cannabis Plus.
Yes.
So why don't you start, Coach?
And we talk about the Green Rush team. We want to talk about the.
We want to first talk about the Green Rush team.
Well, the Green Rush team is specifically put together to bring individuals and entrepreneurs together to navigate the green space without being taken advantage of.
What do you mean by that?
Well, since you have what we call the Green Rushes, you have the Gold Rush, but now you have what they call the Green Rush.
Right. In other words, there are a whole lot of companies that are now that it's grass is or marijuana is becoming legalized. A lot of people are jumping into the business, and we don't want what has happened in every other corporatized business to have a whole lot of people left out.
That's right.
We have folks that are users and folks that are the makers.
That's right.
And we want the contributors to be represented across the board. So continue.
And we want to be a part of the business. And we want to be part of the banking. We want to be part of let it be accounting. Let it be it's everything. Anybody that's doing anything in the real world can go in the cannabis world and do it.
Right.
But if we don't take advantage of what's going on right now, the legislation and being a part of the process, then that means we're going to be left out of the
Now,
table.
who is we?
It's the minority community or people of color.
People
that use it the most.
The people that, well, let's not go into that part and say the people that use it the most. We all, everybody uses it the same.
Right.
Because we don't want to give the criminal justice system justification for what they are doing to the minority
Well, let me say
community.
this: not the people that use it the most, the people that get criminalized for
People that
using
get
it the most.
criminalized.
That's right.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Right. So tell me, what part do you play in this whole industry?
Well, guess what? I've been here a week. This is my first event with the organization. I'm new to the team, but I love the concept. I heard him being interviewed on the radio, and I have a PR and marketing background. And when I heard what he was talking about, I said, I can help. So I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business. I have the time. I have the skills to kind of help him get his campaign out and make it strong. And so the campaign is #I am not a criminal.
Okay, explain the campaign.
Because we don't believe that veterans and cancer patients and parents that are trying to get medicine for their kids or for themselves are criminals.
Right.
And that's the symbol of it. So and we want to educate people about the business side. And so some states have it so if you have a felony or a charge dealing with marijuana, you cannot register and get a marijuana and be in the cannabis business. And so we want to make sure that everybody has access to it and everybody has an opportunity. So #I am not a criminal.
It's clear that you made a very good choice, and in 1 week she has learned your business quite well.
You see how they get it, man?
I don't know if it's your training or if it's her. But,
It's the right recipe.
It's the message.
Well,
and her resonating to it.
I think it's important because when a lot of people see what we're doing here, when a lot of people see us talking about cannabis, marijuana, all these other issues, it's gonna blow the minds of quite a few, and specifically quite a few in the people of color community. I think what you're doing is important because you have to educate that if aspirin is not a drug, if the opioids is not a drug that gets you convicted, but all these other drugs, if alcohol is not a drug, why is marijuana, which has yet to have caused anyone death, and you know the DPOT, the 50% death rate of all these other medicines that have to be calculated. Nothing about that as far as marijuana is concerned.
Hungry, happy, sleepy. Those are the side effects.
Right.
So even when we're talking about the opioid and the heroin addiction, should we be talking about holistic harm reduction?
Right.
Now we have the social determinants that are out here that's like potholes in our line that they're putting out there. So we have to navigate around there and basically, again, educate ourselves, be aware of what's going out there, and then basically talk about people who are trying to gain safe access, help them out.
And I think another reason that what you're doing is important is I've been doing a little bit of research after speaking to. I'm surprised that we had so many cannabis groups around at Netroots Nation.
Yes, Netroots. Yo,
do you guys think we are stoners or something?
No. I think there's no shame, and we have to take the shame out of being able to use something. I just want to be real. I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease in March. And when I got the diagnosis, I live a fairly healthy lifestyle. When I got the diagnosis, I was in the hospital for a week. The doctors wanted to prescribe me opiates to come out of the hospital. And I told them, if you give me that prescription, I will pay a couple bills with it. Because the street value of these opiates is very high. And I said, no, I don't need it. I have my own pain medicine. Thank you.
and that's what you use.
Yes, exactly.
Now, yeah, I think it's going to be important for us to change the narrative on marijuana. You know, I mean, myself, I was earlier on, I was concerned about it mostly for the community, mostly that I thought, but after doing a whole lot of research, in fact, there's a new study that came out that said in states where marijuana is legal, but not only that, the opioid use has also gone down. And while opioids are addictive, marijuana
addictive and deadly,
marijuana is not. So, I mean, I think it's important what you're doing to change the conversation and to educate. And as you continue to do that, I can tell you, independent progressive media will be here for you.
Awesome, thank you so much.
And I'm glad that you went through that experience of educating yourself, because again, once we get to the point where most of these people who have negative connotation towards the cannabis industry or the field itself, once they research it and find out what it's really about, their mindset will totally change.
Education is everything. And let me thank you first of all for ensuring that you're democratizing the business, because right now the business is not democratized. I know if you take a look at the shows that are done in Colorado with all the different dispensaries and so forth, it is evident.
I found out a fact earlier this morning from some friends over here that out of hundreds of dispensaries that are owned and operated in this country, only one is owned by a minority.
Right, and it's
a black lady, yes. A black lady started her own.
She's an
Wanda James.
Yes, she is.
Wanda James.
Yes.
But you got MMJ too. I think they own their own dispensary too.
Right. So guys, thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Thank you for
and we really appreciate
talking
you
to us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you.